We've got the batting order too, Das, and our man Bill Brownless is coming in at number 8. So there are going to be, unfortunately for those two people beneath him, Abby Holmes and Gillan McLaughlin.
Not a lot of water.
Not a lot of water left. Yeah.
And we like to just assess things. So we'll get Daisy and Duck to cast their eye over costume. Nick Rewald set a benchmark that is almost never going to be passed, I would have thought. How's their routine and how's their execution? So we'll cover that in fine style. Now, JB, ripping game last night. A little bit raspy in the voice, Jim, so I'm going to give you a bit of a lighter load this afternoon.
I appreciate that, Duke, and I have great interest in Fat. My understanding is his costume shit, and he should be last because the water displacement. Poor Abby Holmes.
Yeah, straight after him.
Beautiful girl. Don't want to follow. Well, A, because there's not a lot of water left, and B, the quality of the water won't be good either.
And then Gil after him as well.
Well, Gil, he's big enough and ugly enough to fight for himself, but Abby should be moved away from Fat.
Yeah.
Very
I
smartly.
think he might be listening in, JB, the man we speak about, the great Bill Brownless. Bill, we need some entertainment from you this afternoon, please. What have you got in store for us?
Oh, g'day, Duke, and g'day, boys. Great to be with you. I tell you what, it's eerie. There's no one here at the MCG. There's just us, the sliders, and the slide's a lot longer and a lot, what do you call it, when it goes down like deeper and quicker. So I reckon if I get a bit of pace up, I might land on the MCG here.
You mean it's steeper, Fat? Is that the word you're looking for?
That's the word I was looking for. Hello, Jim. Lovely to hear your voice.
Deeper and longer, he described
Deeper
it.
and longer. Both words that don't really work for me. Now, Fat, my understanding is that you've gone for a real underwhelming costume. Is this true, or have you had a late change?
No. I'm underwhelming. That's it. You always underwhelm and then overperform, which I don't think that's the term either. But anyway, no. Well, I've gone easy and less is best. So I've got some short little shorts on, Jim, and then something that I think Neil will like because it's got something to do with our old school. So I think it's in honour of Neil.
Oh, Bill, I heard there's nothing on you from the waist down, basically.
Oh, no, there's something there, Darl.
Darl. Where's he at? Where's he at,
And I've also heard, Bill, you might have actually attempted to commercialise your role and involvement in this today, somehow, for yourself. There might be a sponsor.
We got personal sponsors out there, as you all know, and maybe it might be CUB, might have to just come good, or someone like that. And also, of course, I don't know, no one's talking about this and it's a bit awkward, but surely there's an envelope. When you finish today. And I'm not leaving until Neil gives me the envelope with some cash in it.
Can I ask what sort of nick you're in, Bill? You just called Damien Barrett Darl. Did you have a couple last night, Bill? How are you?
Well, it was the long weekend, and we had the Ferreters at the Cremorne Hotel last night. They called the Ferreters. They're an Irish band, and did they kick on? And I had to keep the doors open and just make sure the numbers were okay. So fair to say we had a couple.
Fair enough.
I think you summed it up pretty well, Das. I think he is a little bit under the weather.
You can't ask. This is the ultimate charity, by the way. 50 million, as Duck just said, about to be ticked over. One of the most extraordinary fundraising achievements in recent times. And you're asking for Neil Danaher to hand you an envelope with some cash in it.
I haven't asked. I just think it's part. It's part of the deal. You know, when you do a little fundraiser and you go up and you go to the bloke, righto, mate, I'm leaving now. I've got to go now. And you haven't received the envelope yet. And you go, no, mate, I'm really going now. I've got to go, you know.
Now, Fat, there's many others going down the slide. Who should we be looking out for? Anyone taking your eye or a good costume? Something?
Jeffrey Farmer's in an interesting one with the Melbourne Footy Club. He's looking good. Not sure what Russell Howcroft is, and I'm not sure what he's wearing. But Gil's the one, of course, and it's obviously something to do with someone that might have performed here. And I think Gil paid him $500,000, and I think Gil was even quoted as saying that was $499,000 too much.
I had the mustard jacket in mind for the chief of the AFL.
I think he might have had a late change.
Anyone who's rocked up to the Warrnambool races and thought a mustard jacket and matching hat was appropriate, Bill. But well, mate, we're looking forward to watching you go down the slide. Good luck, mate. We'll check in with you a bit later on.
Yeah, I know. I know your support's genuine too. Thank you, boys. Bye.
Bill Brownless, one of the sliders today. Big Freeze 7. If you haven't got behind it already, get on board Big Freeze 7. Get your beanie. Been a lot of fun, Daisy, this afternoon.
Mate, what is Billy doing? Just in
he's all
general,
over the place.
just butchered the English language again straight off the top. I look forward to seeing how he goes down, because if he is a bit dusty, going into that water could be a genuine proper ruffle.
No, we talked about it, Duke, during the week on the rush hour. I have a great hope out of today for Fat. And that is that he goes in, the water is freezing cold, like literally freezing cold. And I said to him, go in, go under, stay under a little longer than everyone else, and hopefully the really cold water will reset your brain. No, I'm being serious. Freeze it and maybe just realign it so that when it comes out, it's in better nick than when it went in. I hope that happens.
That's a possibility.